Look up at the night sky. It seems peaceful and endless, but hidden above us is an invisible cloud, millions of pieces of metal, plastic and glass, all racing faster than a bullet. This is space debris, the silent threat growing every day. Every rocket launch, every satellite leaves something behind. Old parts, dead satellites, even flecks of paint. These fragments now circle Earth at incredible speeds. Imagine a world where astronauts can't reach the International Space Station or GPS and weather forecasts suddenly vanish. This isn't science fiction, it's a real risk if we ignore the storm of debris gathering above. Our achievements in space have left a dangerous legacy. In our rush to explore, we forgot to clean up. Now, space is becoming a hazardous minefield. The challenge is not just technical, it's about responsibility. How do we protect this frontier for future generations? We'll travel back to the start of the space age, see how the problem began, and why even tiny objects are so dangerous. We'll explore the frightening idea of a chain reaction that could close off space for centuries. But there's hope. Brilliant minds are inventing ways to clean up our cosmic backyard. This is our chance to finally see the challenge above us. The story of space junk is a story of ambition, consequences, and hope. Let's look up and face the threat together. What is space junk? Officially it's called orbital debris, anything man-made in orbit that no longer serves a purpose. Think of it as a giant junkyard circling Earth. Some pieces are huge, like dead satellites or old rocket stages, ghost ships drifting through space. Most debris is small, bolts, tools, even flecks of paint. But in space, speed is everything. These objects travel over 28,000 kilometers per hour, 10 times faster than a bullet. Even a marble-sized fragment can hit with the force of a bowling ball dropped from a skyscraper. A fleck of paint once cracked a space shuttle window. The danger is real. At these speeds, even tiny objects can destroy satellites or threaten astronauts. Debris in high orbits can circle Earth for thousands of years. In lower orbits, it can take decades to fall. Every piece, big or small, adds to a growing minefield threatening our future in space. Space junk doesn't just disappear, it's a problem that keeps growing. Our journey into space began with Sputnik in 1957, a triumph, but also our first piece of junk. The rocket that launched Sputnik became debris, and every mission since has added to the problem. In the early space race, the focus was on getting there first, not on cleaning up. Old satellites and rocket stages were abandoned, slowly filling orbits with junk. As more countries and companies launched satellites, the sky grew crowded. Accidents happened, like a 1965 rocket explosion that created hundreds of new fragments. Today we track about 35,000 objects larger than a softball, but there are over 1 million pieces between 1 and 10 centimeters, and more than 130 million smaller fragments. Each is a tiny cannonball, a threat to anything in orbit. Our history in space is now a dangerous cloud circling above, a warning about our carelessness. The empty sky we once dreamed of is now a field of hazardous artifacts. The legacy of exploration is written in debris. The more we launch, the more crowded and dangerous space becomes. Our past achievements now threaten our future. In 1978, NASA scientist Donald Kessler warned of a chain reaction as debris increases, so does the risk of collisions. One crash creates more fragments which cause more crashes, a runaway effect called the Kessler syndrome. Imagine a crowded highway where one accident triggers a massive pileup. In space, a single collision could set off a cascade, shattering satellites and creating a thick shell of debris. Some orbits could become unusable, trapping us on Earth and cutting off vital space infrastructure. The effects would be devastating, lasting centuries. Scientists believe we may be close to this tipping point in the most crowded orbits. The process could start slowly, then spiral out of control. The Kessler syndrome is a real, looming threat, a consequence of filling space with too much fast-moving junk. For years, Kessler syndrome was just a theory, until January 2007. China destroyed its own satellite with a missile, shattering it into thousands of pieces. In an instant, one object became a massive cloud of unpredictable debris. Over 3,500 trackable fragments were created, increasing low Earth orbit junk by 25% overnight. The debris spread, threatening other satellites and forcing the International Space Station to dodge fragments. This event proved how quickly space can be polluted and how one nation's actions can endanger the world. The 2007 test was a wake-up call. The threat is real and immediate. Deliberate creation of debris is one of the biggest dangers to satellites. We urgently need international agreements to prevent such destructive events. The lesson: one moment can change the future of space for decades. Satellites are silent partners in our daily lives, but our dependence on them is immense. Space debris threatens not just astronauts, but the way we live every day. GPS guides our travel, powers global logistics, and keeps economies running. Weather forecasts, live news, and internet access all rely on satellites. Even a few lost satellites could disrupt travel, supply chains, and communication worldwide. Farmers use GPS for precision agriculture. Emergency teams rely on satellite phones in disasters. Scientists monitor climate change and disasters from space. All these vital activities are at risk. The invisible wall of debris threatens the stability and prosperity of life on Earth. Protecting space is essential for our future. The good news? We're not just watching the problem grow. Scientists are inventing ways to clean up space. One idea: a giant net to capture debris, dragging it into the atmosphere to burn up. Another, a space harpoon, fired into large junk, then pulled down by a tether. In 2018, the Remove Debris mission tested both technologies in orbit, proving they work. These solutions sound like science fiction, but they're real steps toward cleaning up our cosmic backyard. The challenges are huge: no air, no gravity, and debris moving at 28,000 kilometers per hour, but human ingenuity is rising to meet them. The first cosmic cleanup crew is already at work. We can tackle the biggest, most dangerous pieces of junk. The future of space depends on these bold new ideas. Beyond nets and harpoons, scientists are exploring even more futuristic cleanup methods. Lasers can gently nudge debris into lower orbits by vaporizing tiny bits of its surface. No explosions, just a slow push. Magnets could grab metal debris without touching it, towing it to safe orbits or burning it up. Robotic arms, sails to increase drag, and space tugs are also in development. The key: contactless, creative solutions that minimize risk. Human ingenuity is meeting the challenge we created. Solving space junk will require investment, cooperation, and bold thinking. The era of space cleanup is just beginning. We have the tools and the responsibility to fix our mistakes. The future of space is in our hands. We stand at a crossroads as a spacefaring species. The sky is a vital resource, not an infinite dumping ground. Our actions have created a problem that could close this frontier for generations. The solution must be global strict guidelines for launches, plans for satellite disposal, and a ban on destructive anti-satellite tests. Prevention is essential, but so is cleanup. We must invest in new technologies and work together internationally. This isn't just NASA's job, it's everyone's responsibility. The sky belongs to all of us. Let's keep the path to the stars open, safe, and clear, for ourselves and future generations. Our future in space depends on what we do next.